Hey, art friends, I got my hands with me. What are we going to draw today, little girl?
A squirrel.
Yeah, we're going to draw a cute little squirrel. All right, hands, you got your marker?
Yeah.
Woo! I like your hair. You got cute little braids. It's kind of like Anna from Frozen. You ready to draw a cute little squirrel?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So we got our paper, vertical or horizontal?
Vertical.
Yes, you're right. Vertical. And what's this way? Horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah, horizontal, and this is vertical. And that's because we're going to draw a squirrel with a bushy little tail. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the first step? We're going to draw a little football shape right here. We're going to do one line like that. And it's going to be right over here on the left side of your paper.
Like right here?
Yeah, that's a good place. Good. And then we're going to draw another line underneath. And this is for the eye. We're drawing the squirrel's eye. Does that look like a football shape?
Yeah.
And then we're going to draw a little circle inside that. And then we're going to color in the eye except for that little circle. And that makes it look like his eye is shiny because there's a little reflection in it. Is that cool?
Yeah.
So go ahead and color it in. Good job. You did it. Okay, now we're going to draw the top of the squirrel's head, okay? So right above the eye, we're going to draw another curved line that comes down like that. So right above the eye and then a curved line down.
Right here.
Let's see, right about here. Boop. Good, and then you can stop. Whoa, that's going to be a big head. I like it. It'll be good. Okay, then we're going to do a little curved line like that. That's for his nose. Good. That's going to be a big nose. You're going to draw an elephant squirrel. Okay, now we're going to draw his mouth, and we're going to draw another line that comes in like that. So, curved line that goes up. Perfect. Good job.
Kind of like it's...
A big nose?
No, a mouth.
A mouth? It kind of does look like a little mouth. Okay, let's do a little mouth on him, though. So, a little... like that.
I'm going to do a mouth right here.
Oh, we got to do it down here where his mouth is. Down here at the bottom. Silly. There you go. Good job. And we could do some little whiskers. Should we do some whiskers?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Little whiskers. Good job. And then let's do some ears, okay? So we're going to do a little round. So a little curved line up. Whoop, I'm going to do 2. We'll do this one first. And then back down. And then we could do another one over there. So do a curved line right here. And then a curved line down for his ear. Yep, and then a curved line down. Good, those are big ears, I like it. And then do another one right next to it so it looks like he has another ear overlapping. Perfect. And then we're going to do another line that comes down. And then it can kind of go back up right like that. Awesome. You did it. Okay, now let's do the back of his head. So we're going to imagine the top of this line going through his ear, coming out the back of his ear, and then doing an S line like that. So do a line that comes right here, and it comes down, and then back up a little. Yes, good job. Hey, now let's do his arm, all right? So we're going to do a little arm that comes down, and back up. He's going to be holding on to a little nut. He's going to be eating. So the little line that comes down from his head and then back up to his mouth. And then back up. Good job. You did it. And then we're going to do a little round line, a little curve, like a C at the end of that line. Good job, Hads. And then we're going to go back up to his body. So from the bottom of the C, draw a line that comes back up to his body. Yes, you did it. Okay, should we put the little nut in there?
Yeah.
So we do a little circle that kind of comes around like that, like he's eating it. So do a little circle that goes around his hand. Good. And then you can draw a line on this side too. Perfect. Look, it totally looks like he's holding a nut, huh? That's cute. Okay, now let's do little fingers. So we're going to do little lines right here for his fingers. Good job. Okay, all right, you ready for his big, we're going to draw his big bottom foot, okay, down here. So we're going to draw a big line, almost a big C. It comes around like that. You can do a big C right here. Go whoop, up here and touch his arm and then back down right here. So start here. You could start right here and then end down there. And draw a big C. Yes, you did it. Okay, now we're going to draw his foot that comes out. Right there. Yep. And you drew it kind of coming back too, and that's okay. We're going to draw this line that comes back. So you can draw it right here and then hooks back. Good job. Okay, now we're going to draw his tail. And his tail's going to come up really far, okay? It's going to come up here, and we're going to do a little S line. So watch this. Here we go. S line that comes up and around.
Wobbly right there.
Oh yeah, it is wobbly. That's okay. We're gonna turn it into fur. So we'll draw a big line that comes up, and it'll go right here, up, and then curls around right here at the end. Kind of like that one. Yes. Yeah, perfect. You did it. You did it. Okay, now we're gonna draw this line that's gonna come back up. So we're coming back down here, and we're gonna draw his tail. This other side of his tail that comes up and around like that. Is that cool? Does that look like a squirrel? And so we start down here and then connect to that line and then draw all the way around like that. So connect it. There you go. And then jump all the way up here and then around to his tail. Yes, you did it, Heads. Look at that. You got one cute little squirrel. Should we make his tail a little more bushier? Like it looks furry? Okay, we're going to draw little lines that come out of his tail like this. Is that cool?
Yeah.
So we do a little texture that goes all the way around, all the way to the very end like that.
And over here and over here.
Yes, I was going to do that next. So you could just start on that part, and then we'll do this after you get that one done. Good. Oh, you're going to keep going. So I'm going to go back and do that too. Good job. Okay, and we could do little lines in here too if you want. Should we do that?
Yeah. And there.
Oh, that's so awesome. All right, okay, let's put a little toes on him. So we do one little toe right here. And then I'm going to make, we could even make little furry marks, fuzzy marks on his leg. We could do it right here too.
I'm gonna do it all over.
You're gonna do it all over?
Mm-hmm.
We did it, Heads. Look at that. That was one cute little squirrel. Was that fun?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
You promise?
Yeah.
Should we color it?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Okay, Heads, we got our little browns, and we're gonna do, the whole thing's gonna be brown, but we're gonna do some shading to make it look 3D. Okay? So we got a light brown and a dark brown. So why don't you start with? We're gonna start with the light brown, and we're gonna start on his face. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave a little white around his eyes. And we're also going to leave some white around his nose. So watch me, and then you follow along, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Hads, so you see how I left a little white right by his nose and also around his eyes? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, you try it on yours. Good job, Hads. Okay, now we did even a lighter brown. I did it right here by his mouth and then in his ear. Now we're going to do the rest of his body, and we're just going to color in the whole thing, and then we're going to come back in later and do it darker, okay? We're going to put some shading in after, so we'll speed this part up. Ready? Right now.
I did it.
You did it. Good job, Hads. Okay, so I'm going back around his eye area with a little white so it blends it and makes it soft. You can do that. And then I also left a little spot right here that I didn't color with the light brown and colored with the, whatever color this is, a tan. It's kind of a tan color. And made his foot tan like that. Is that cool? Yeah. And you did yours brown, which is just fine. So you want to go around his eye with that white, and then we'll do the next step. You got it? Perfect. Okay, now we're going to use darker brown, and you can use this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to shade his tail first. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom, and I'm going to do another layer on top, and we want it to kind of look fuzzy. So you can just, we're not going to blend it again after this. We're just going to leave little sketch lines. You see that? And we're going to go all the way over the top of his tail. So the top of his tail's darker than the rest of his tail. Okay, can you do that?
Yeah.
All right. Right now. Okay, now we're going to do a little more brown, dark brown, just right here, kind of on the back of his leg. Right here. So the back of his body looks dark. Can you do that?
Yeah.
All right. Good, you did it. Okay, now we're going to do a little more on the bottom of his arm, right here. Good job, okay. Now, last part, we're going to just do a little right on the back side of his ear. So it looks like there's a little shadow behind his ear. Good. Now we can take this and let's color in the nut that he's holding, okay?
Okay.
Good job, Hads. You did such an awesome job on your squirrel. That's a cute one. What are you going to name her?
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy?
Yeah.
That's a perfect name for your little squirrel. Do our squirrels look the same or different?
Different.
Yes, they do. And is that okay?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. What's the most important thing to do when we're drawing?
Have fun.
Yes, have fun. You promise you had fun?
Yeah.
We hope you guys had a lot of fun drawing your squirrels with us and coloring them too. We left the background. We didn't draw a background on our squirrel, but you guys should try and draw one after the video. You could draw them up in the tree, or you could draw them down in the grass. Huh, that'd be cool. Or you could draw them in a swimming pool. No? Well, we want to see what your drawings look like when you're all finished. Where can they send a photo of their drawings?
myart@artforkidshub.com.
Yes, myart@artforkidshub.com, and we'll see you later, our friends. Goodbye.
Bye.
High five. Boom. And a kiss.
Have
Oh, and a hug.